Have you ever felt like you're walking through a long, dark tunnel with no end in sight? Like the world is just a little too heavy, and the light at the end is just a myth? I know that feeling, we all do at some point. Tonight, I want to share a story with you, a story about finding that flicker of hope when everything seems lost. There once was an old gardener who was known throughout his village for having the most beautiful, vibrant garden. His flowers were brighter, his vegetables were juicier, and his trees were stronger than anyone else's. But one year, a harsh, relentless drought settled over the land. The sun beat down, the earth cracked, and the streams ran dry. One by one, the plants in the village began to wither and fade. Despair started to creep into everyone's hearts. The other villagers gave up. What's the use? They'd say the sky is empty. There's no hope. They let their gardens turn to dust, but not the old gardener. Every single morning, before the sun was at its most punishing, he would go out with his nearly empty bucket. He'd walk miles to the last remaining trickle of water, fill his bucket just a quarter of the way, and walk all the way back. With that tiny amount of water, he would carefully give just a few drops to one single, tiny seed he had planted in the very center of his garden. His neighbors thought he was foolish. Why waste your energy on one seed when the whole world is drying up? They mocked. You can't save the garden, old man. Give up. The gardener would just smile gently and say, "This seed still has life in it. As long as it has life, I have a reason to bring it water day after day." He repeated his ritual. The long walk, the few drops of water, the gentle care for this one single point of life. It was grueling, thankless work. He grew tired, and his own hope sometimes wavered in the shimmering heat. But every time he looked at that little patch of damp earth, he chose to believe. Then, one afternoon, as the sun began to set, a small, green sprout pushed its way through the cracked soil. It was a tiny, almost unnoticeable thing, but to the gardener, it was everything. It was a sign his faith had been answered. Seeing that little sprout gave him renewed strength. He continued to water it, and it grew stronger, its leaves unfurling to the sky as if in defiance of the drought. Weeks passed, and that single sprout grew into a sturdy, green plant. And then, something miraculous happened. A single, dark cloud appeared on the horizon. Then another and another. That evening, for the first time in months, a gentle rain began to fall. The villagers ran out of their homes, faces turned to the sky in disbelief and joy. The drought was breaking. When the rains finally came in full, the old gardener's plot, with its one strong plant, was the first to recover. The seeds from that one plant were carried by the wind and the water, and soon, new life began to sprout all across the village. The gardener had not only saved one seed, he had saved the future of all their gardens. Sometimes, life feels like that drought. It feels like our efforts are too small, too insignificant in the face of overwhelming challenges. We might be dealing with personal struggles, loss, or just the weight of the world. It's easy to look at our empty buckets and think, what's the use? But this story teaches us a powerful lesson. You don't have to save the whole world at once. You just have to find your one seed. What is that one seed for you? It could be one small goal, one positive habit, one relationship you want to nurture, one kindness you can offer to yourself or someone else. In the darkest of times, don't focus on the vastness of the desert. Focus on that one single seed. Give it your attention, your care, your belief, even if it's just a few drops of effort each day. Because that one act of hope, that one decision to keep going, can be the very thing that brings the rain. Your small effort is never wasted. It's the start of everything. Thank you for listening. If you ever feel lost in the dark, remember the old gardener and his one seed. Keep watering your hope. Please like and subscribe for more stories. Take care.